Hello, congratulations on the purchase of your Jayco Eagle. My name is Russ. I'm going to do an orientation video with you today. Along with this email, you get this video in. There are a couple of links to some maintenance videos as well. I'd encourage you to watch those too. We'll get started with your orientation video right here in the front with your electric tongue jack. So you do have extend and retract here, light right there. And then if this were to fail for any reason, you can remove this rubber piece right here. A little bit of ice on here today. Remove that, and then there's a tool in the front compartment you can manually crank that up or down with. You do have two 30-pound propane tanks with your regulator right here. There is an arrow on there. It is pointing towards the tank that you're using. This tank goes empty. Just give that a turn, open your valve. Now you can fill this tank while you use that one. Your battery's back there. You do have room for additional battery if you want. You have two toggle switches here. Those will turn these lights on right there, your cap lights. So turn those off. All right, around the side here, part of your pass-through storage, you do have your 50-amp power cord. Next to that, you have your water hookups. So you have your hose here. That's going to go on your outdoor shower. So it's a quick connect right here, hot and cold water. Right here is a plug for a solar panel. So if you have a portable solar panel, plug it in there. It will trickle charge your battery. You have a water heater bypass. So right now it is bypass because it is winterized. When you're ready to use this, you want to get the antifreeze out first. So just hook up to your city water connection. Make sure your valves match the city water, which they do right now. Turn it on. Go through every spot that runs water, including your outdoor shower. One faucet at a time until all the antifreeze is out. Once all the antifreeze is out, put your plug in your water heater. So your anode rod. Show you here. So you're going to put your anode rod in, tighten that up. And then you're going to turn your water heater bypass to the normal position. And your water heater will start filling up. Make sure you get the antifreeze out first before you turn it into normal position, because you don't want antifreeze to get into your water heater. So that's your water heater bypass. You have a water pump right here. You turn that on, this red light will come on so you know that it's on. Inputs for cable or satellite. Black tank flush, which I'll go over in just a minute. Apologize for the noise, we do have some tractors around here. Sanitize, winterize, city water connection. So you're going to use both of these valves depending on what you're doing here. So just look at your diagram. So if you want to sanitize your freshwater tank, have your valves look just like that. You're going to hook a hose up to your sanitize. The other end of that hose goes into your sanitizing solution. Then you turn your water pump on and it will draw that sanitizing solution up into your freshwater tank. If you want to fill your freshwater tank, you're going to have the valves looking the same way, except you're going to use this connection this time. So hook a garden hose up to your city water connection and it will fill your freshwater tank. Once your tank's full, take that hose off. And then to use your freshwater tank, you're going to go to the dry camp. So dry camp, and then turn your water pump on, and that will draw that fresh water out of your freshwater tank throughout your camper. If you're going to winterize, of course you want your water heater on bypass. You're going to have your valves looking like this. Hook a hose up to your winterize. The other end of that hose goes to your antifreeze. Turn your water pump on. It's going to draw that antifreeze up throughout your camper. City water, same thing. Valves look like that. Hook your hose up to your city water connection. Leave that hose on. You'll have water pressure from that hose going throughout your camper. So just follow the diagram and then hook to the appropriate spot there. Black tank, two gray tanks. Everything's going to empty from one port, which is right down here. So just hook your wastewater hose up to that. Pull this black handle first as your toilet water. Let that empty out. Once that's empty, you can pull your gray tanks. Your gray, dirty, sinking shower water is going to help wash the black out of your hose. So once all three tanks are empty, close these gray ones, leave that black one open, and that's when you use your black tank flush. Hook a garden hose up to that. It's like an upside down sprinkler system in your black tank. It's going to flush it out for you. So let that run for a few minutes and then turn it off, unhook your hose, close your valve, put your cap back on, and you're good to go there. Now if you use your freshwater tank, you do have a low point drain down here. So right there, just open that up. That will drain your freshwater tank. You do have side view cameras mounted on this unit. They don't come with them, but you purchased them, so they're on there now. Alright, so that is your water system, and you do have a light up here, turn on and off. Your doors are held up with magnets, so a nice feature there. Slam latches on there. Then you have low point drains here as well. This is the lowest point in your water system. Let's see if I can find them here. So right here, low point drains, there's two of them. Lowest point in your water system, so if you want to empty the water out of your lines, just open those valves up and that will drain the water out. Power cord will go here, 50 amp service. When you're connected at the park, I do highly recommend to use a 50 amp surge guard. You have your furnace vent here. Try not to block this, and do not put anything in front of it that could melt. Your water heater, so once your water heater, you de-winterize, put your plug in, fill it up. So it starts filling up. You want to make sure it's full before you turn it on. You can do that by pulling on this relief valve right here. Water will come out and you know it's full. You could also turn the hot side on any sink. As long as you get a solid stream of water coming out, you know your water heater's full. Now you can turn it on. You have a switch right down here. You want to turn that switch on, and then inside on your control panel you can decide if you want to use gas or electric. In order for the electric to work, you have to have this switch on and the switch on the control panel. Otherwise your electric will not work. It's electronic ignite, so just make sure it's full and flip the switches. If you need to empty your water heater, just pull your anode rod out. It will drain right from here. If you're not familiar with the anode rod, you have a metal tank, so instead of your tank corroding, this anode rod is going to corrode instead. So this is going to get eaten away over time. About 2 or 3 years you'll have to replace this. But this is your plug. So that's the water heater. Put this lid back on. Just like so. Alright, move along to the back here. You do have a ladder on the back so you can get up there and do your maintenance. Backup camera is installed on this one. Otherwise it is just pre-wired. You do have a hitch back here. License plate will go there. Electric awning. Nice big electric awning on here with some lights under it. And then your outdoor kitchen. So this refrigerator, this is electric only. Right there is your controls for it. It does not run off gas or propane. So here's your grill. You do have a propane line that comes with it. It's going to hook right here. And then the other end is going to hook, if I can find it, over on this other side. So right there. And that goes right to your propane tanks up in the front. You do have light switches in here, so you have a blue light and then your main lights, GFI reset, and then you'll see some of these throughout the camper. These are charging stations for a Bluetooth speaker from Furrion. It doesn't come with one, but they pre-wired it in case you ever did get one, I guess. And then your hookup right here, refrigerator vent. And you have a vent over top your stove. You do need to open that when you turn your fan on, so those two tabs right there will open that up for you. Solid steps. So with your solid steps, you want to make sure that your door is all the way open before you bring these steps up or down. The reason for that right there will hit on your screen door and damage your door. These steps are strut assisted, so nice and light, easy to use. Put them right into the door frame like that. So they're going to be in the door frame. Now I can close the door over top of it. If you need to adjust the legs, you can lift up or push on here to lower them down. When you bring your steps down for the first time, or if you adjust the legs, you want to try to make sure that your steps are as flush to your threshold as you can get. And then close your door very slowly, making sure that your door does not hit on your steps here and damage it. You do have a light down here for step lights. speakers outside. Spare tire, that's how you're going to crank that spare tire down. So the tool right there is for that. Battery disconnect is right here, so if you want to turn 12 volt off to your camper, just turn that key. Otherwise, have it on. You do need to make sure it is in the on position if you want your battery to charge when you're plugged in at the park, or if you're plugged in to your vehicle. So nice big storage compartment there. This bag has your starter kit, so some hoses, electrical adapters, and your hitch that'll be put on when you get here. And then right here you can use that blue slinky hose that's on your outdoor shower. You can have it over here, and it is cold water only. And it looks like that is everything on the outside, so we will head inside next. Alright, just inside your door you have your J Commands BM Pro control panel. You can get an app for your phone, so you can run this from your phone as well. Right up here, this is just going to change the pages that you have. So you go through the different pages with this button. So starting on this page, you have fresh, 2 grays, and a black. So as your tanks fill, these will darken up. Go to the next page. This is where you're going to turn your water pump on. So just push on. It will turn it on or off to turn it off. Same with your electric and gas on your water heater. To get to those ones, you hit the select button so you can highlight it. Next page, this is where your awnings and slides. So awning 1, I can extend and retract it. Just hold the button down to do that. So just watch your awning go out. Once it's all the way out and that valance falls, let go of that button. And then to retract it, bring it back till it stops moving. It will go right against the camper. There's nothing else you have to do with it. And then you have your stab jacks. So extend and retract on those. Extend and retract on the rear ones. Slide 1. Extend and retract your slide. Just hold the button down. So I'll retract this one a little bit. So just hold that button down, take it back out. And you hear that noise when it's all the way out. Select again, and it goes to your slide 2, so I can move that slide in or out. Go to the next page. Now this is your thermostat. So it's right now it's on mode off, so I'll push the down arrow. There's my fan, there's my heat, there's my air. And if I want to hit select, I can change my fan speeds. Select again, I can change my temperature. And that top one is your actual temperature. That's your set temperature. So I'm going to turn that back off. Now select again. So that's your thermostat for your main air conditioner and your heat. So this one is for your second AC. So I can turn that on. Hit select and change my fan speeds again. So just go through, hit select to get to what you want. Change your speeds. I'm going to turn that off. That's my fan. We'll go to air. Now I can change my temperature. So that's your 2 ACs and your furnace. Now under settings, you have pair device. So if you were to get that app, J Command BM Pro app, you can pair your phone up to here. There's advanced settings. You can change the temperature, Fahrenheit to Celsius. So you can go through here and change some settings on there. And then it goes back to that first page we were at. This number 1 right here, if you push that, that turns all your inside ceiling lights off or on with one push of the button to include your bedroom. The number 2, that's going to do your outside awning lights. Number 3 is going to do your inside and outside together. So that's going to turn them all on and off. This WP is your water pump, so you can turn your water pump on and off just by pushing that button. And this is your thermostat, so you push that, it goes right to your thermostat page, so it's nice and quick and easy. You don't have to go keep pushing through each individual page. So that's your J Command. Some light switches here. These are rocker switches because you also run your lights through here. You'll see these throughout. That's for your thermostat. Get accurate temperature readings, so try not to cover that up. Down here is your fuses and breakers. Everything is labeled on here, So regular car style fuses. You have your shelf in here. You can lift this up as there's a magnet to hold it up so you can hang coats. Otherwise, bring it back down for your shelf. Good storage in this unit. Your dinette does go into a bed. So you're just going to lift up on the table, pull it down. You'll want to move your cushions out of the way first because this whole table is actually going to rest right on the ledges down here, and then you could fill the void in with your cushions. And to bring it back up, you want to lift up on the table, push it in, and then drop it down so it latches into place back here. Your recliners, right there is a pull handle. There's one on each one of them to pull the legs out. Cup holders, spot for some remotes. You do have light switches kind of throughout as well. You have your couch here that is also a bed. So this is a tri-fold sofa. Simply remove the back cushions. Lift up on the front here, pull out, put the legs down, and drop this back forward. Now you have a nice bed here. There is storage underneath as well. Nice and easy to do. I'm doing this with one hand. So you have extra sleeping space for any guests. If you don't want any guests to stay with you, just don't tell them that this goes into a bed. Alright, USB charging ports and plugs on both sides of your couch. There is a light switch right up here for these lights. And then you have your entertainment center, your stereo. This is a CD player, DVD player. It is Bluetooth. Indoor and outdoor speakers. So it shows your speaker zones right here. Speaker zones 1, 2, and 3. Just push these to turn them on and off. So zone 1 is right above us in the ceiling. Actually, it's this speaker right there. 2 is directly above me. And 3 is outside. So you can have them all on, all off, or however you want to do it. You have Bluetooth right here. AM, FM, auxiliary, so you can go through the different menus, but this will play a DVD through this TV right here. Hookups are here. This green light right there, that is your antenna booster, so that needs to be on in order for you to get local channels. There is a button right next to it that you can turn it on and off with. If you are connected with cable or satellite, you do want that off, but regular antenna TV, you need to have that on. Alright, and down here, your electric fireplace. This is a nice space heater, gives off good heat. You have your power button, you have a timer here, so it goes up to 5 hours. You can change the color of the rocks. You can change your temperature, so 0, low, or high. So you can have 0 heat coming out. Just watch the flames. But nice electric space heater. Refrigerator. This is a 12-volt refrigerator. So you can have this running while you're going down the road. And your vehicle will be charging your battery. So nice big refrigerator. It cools down faster than the gas electric ones. And you can fit a lot more food. Microwave, standard microwave. This does have a light on it and a fan. So make sure that flap is open outside and you can vent outside. You can put some knives right here if you want to. You have extra counter space with this on here. Otherwise, flip this up. Now you have a backsplash and you can light your stove top. So put it on the flame. Turn this until it ignites. This is your igniter. It has arrows on it. Turn it to the right only. Turn it to the left, you can break it. Your oven works the same way, except for you have to push this button in while you're turning the igniter. So this will release the gas down there, so you can light that pilot light. Once the pilot light stays lit, put it on your temperature. You have a switch here, turns those lights on. If you push down, it adds the oven light. Make sure you put this down before you travel. This will break. You have another one of those speaker chargers. And on your island, your keys are on your sink. That's where they'll be when you pick up. And you have a carbon monoxide LP detector right here. As long as that green light's on, you're good to go. GFI plug. Vents in the ceiling. These are for your air conditioner. These are the intake. There's filters in there you can take out, clean, and reuse. And you also have vents in the ceiling for your air conditioner. And any vents in the floor are going to be for your furnace. In your bathroom area, you have a foot pedal flush. So halfway down brings water in, all the way down will flush. You have a vent up here, so you can open and close it. Well, it's open and close. You have the switch to turn it on or off, except you also have the button down here, so you can just use that. This has 3 different lights, so you have your main light, your mirror light, and your night light. So nice bathroom in here. Move along to the bedroom. So just inside the door is your light switch. You have a spot for a TV right here, so use a stud finder, find the right spot to mount your bracket, and then your hookups are right above. You can have washer dryer hookup in here. Otherwise you have a nice closet. A couple switches on both sides of the bed. Turns those lights on and off on each individual side. And then down below here, that light is a USB charging port back there. And you have storage underneath your bed. This air conditioner, you have filters in here you can take out, clean, and reuse. You can open the ends up, drop the air straight down to cool it off quicker in here. Otherwise, you close these up and you have more pressure through the vents. All right, looks like everything in here. Looks like that's everything in the camper. Hopefully this video helps. If you have any questions after you watch this, just let us know when you come pick up. We'll be happy to answer them. We do want to thank you for purchasing at TerryTown. We appreciate your business, and congratulations.